guys, so sorry I'm a little bit late. I didn't even realize what time it was. I was just lollygagging around. Okay, so today I want to show you guys how to make a charger. Oh, and I meant to bring my clear plate down here to show you what it's going to look like. But let's make a charger, okay? All right. Give me some thumbs up if y'all are ready. Let me refresh my page. Make sure I can't hear myself. Gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I had no idea. I didn't realize what time it was. Okay. All right, so of course we're going to be using, Jessie, hello. Of course we're going to be using and I've got all of it out, but the Fruitful Harvest. I have not used it yet. So we're going to use it on, let me go ahead and just get you down. Hey, Pauline, how are you? How are things in Texas? All right, guys. Let's see. Hey, Joy. Hey, Kathleen. All right, and Kathy. Hey, ladies. Okay, so I hope I don't miss anybody. It just scrolls by so fast. All right, so this is a Dollar Tree charger. They don't always have these little faux wood ones, but I like these. They're not as slick, but anyway, I like them just like they are. But we're going to paint it. We're going to paint it, and we're going to stamp with the Fruitful Harvest. All right, so let's get started. I thought I had one already painted up. So let me just show you all the steps. Okay. So I'm just using a chalk style paint just because it will stick to this better. It's got a little booger in there. I'll just have to get it on the next go round. So it's going to need 2 coats. Okay. But not a big deal. We're going to dry it in between and hopefully it won't take long, okay? Hey, Glenda. So this is actually, though, y'all, I'm actually going to stamp on rice paper, okay? I'm going to stamp on rice paper and then decoupage it onto this plate because I just wanted to try it, first of all. You could stamp directly on the plate, of course. But see how it's kind of got these little, it just kind of dips down in here? You'd have to be really careful with your stamp. It can be done. So I'm just painting this though because I don't want it to show through the tissue paper. So I may just do this one coat. I'll see. Let me see what it looks like. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Mary. Hey, Claudia. Italy? Oh, my word. Welcome, welcome. Excuse my accent. I'm from the south of the States, United States. Let me just get another half of a coat. So I'm just going to spritz it with water, just using a misting bottle. And I can't tell if I needed another coat or if there's just shadows on this. I hope my lighting's okay. So again, just painting just to give it a good color. Now this color is white. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about colors. So sorry. You can use any color. But this color is kind of a creamy white, and this rice paper is kind of creamy white. So, I mean, I know papers come in all different colors, so it is good. If you're not covering the whole entire piece like I am, you can kind of match the paper with your paint, and then and then you really don't have any problems. Okay, wait a minute. I don't know if that was a hair or a bristle. Okay. Hey, Carol, Patricia. Hey, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, I'm going to just put this off to the side for just a second, if I have a place. Okay. Now, I'll put my paint off to the side as well. Now, I'm going to get this rice. Where's the rice paper? Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to just roll out some rice paper. All right, I get this at Hobby Lobby. It's just in a roll. All right, let me get another plate real quick. I have them all in my storage down here. So what I'm going to do, and I've got a piece of plastic under there. So I'm just going to put it down first of all and just kind of mark. Oh, I should have put do not disturb. Right around here. Actually, I'm going to mark a little out from there. And I'm doing it in pencil because I may have to erase. I just don't know. Never know. And the reason I'm doing it out further is because, when it dips down, it may need a little more paper than the plate size. I hope that makes sense. Okay. And then, so I measure from and you don't have to do all this measuring. I just kind of want it centered and kind of know where my things are. So I know this is the middle of my plate. Okay. Let me just grab this one. So see, this is the middle of my plate right here. Is where it starts. But see how I've got it kind of overlapping right in here? Okay. So, kind of measure, and I think last time, and I'm just going to this line right here, actually, that I drew. So it's like 2.5, I guess. Okay. So, let me move this back. And y'all, all of this is because I'm just anal about where I want to put stuff. It doesn't have to be, exact, but it just gives me an idea where the center of my plate is, okay? And I'm not going to do a whole circle just because, like I said, I may have to erase a little bit. And these are just markers for me when I'm stamping. Okay, let me just do this one real quick. All right, so y'all probably can't even see those little dashes, but it helps me kind of just know where I am, okay, with my stamps. All right, so I need this to lay down. Okay, now, when you stamp and we're going to be masking, okay, and so I've not done a lot of masking. Glenda, I got this at Hobby Lobby. It comes in sheets, or you can buy it in a roll like this. Okay? My nose is running. All right, so or maybe you don't know, but I have to remind myself. When you're masking, let me make sure. Shoot, I hope y'all can see it good. Okay, when you're masking, whatever you want in the forefront, okay, you lay down first. All right, you lay down first. So, I want some leaves down at the bottom right here. All right, so I'm going to start with this one, actually, right here. Okay, so Got my ink. And I'm using ink today, y'all. I've never used ink. I used it to do the one I did, and I loved it. So I'm like, why have I not been using ink? I don't know. Trying to get me a place to, okay. I'll put it right here. Can y'all see right here? All right. And I'm going to use my brayer because that, I do like the brayer. All right, and then I'm just going to, I may need to add some more ink. Hold on. I left it open a little bit. Let me do that real quick. Where is that? Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me add the ink. Just to be safe. It looks a little dry. I didn't store it upside down. Okay. Does anybody else use the brayer? I don't know. I find it seems to be easier for me. All right, so now let me put my glasses on. I want this to kind of be in the middle. I hope I answered your questions. Okay. So I'm going to go like right around. Let me look at the one I did. I have to kind of look, y'all, because it is a little confusing. Okay. All right, again, here is where my center is. So I'm going to come down. I want to be down in the center just a little bit like this. Okay. Oh, you know what? I meant to put these on thin mounts. I think thin mounts would be good. Because this one was little and it was okay, but, some of them are big. Like the pumpkin. But it's okay. We'll get through it. All right. So we got that. Now let me, I'm going to just kind of rub these off just a little bit as I go. I'm not sure what ink does to the things. Okay. Now I've got a leaf. I want to make sure I get it good. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the masking. Okay, so where is this? Okay, so here's the mask for this, right? So you put it right on top of there. Okay, and I don't tape it. I just kind of try to be careful. Leave it like it is. And then I'm just going to come about right here. You could tape this, like coming from here. You could put a little piece of tape there if you needed to. But I'm going to try to get through a video, actually. Hey, Mary. Jessie loves ink. You just stamp with the pad. Okay. Well, I'm not brave enough for that yet. I think I saw Royce use the brayer, and I was thinking, you know what? I might be willing to try with a brayer. Okay. I always thought ink would just really smear, but it actually does great. Okay. So I'm going to put this back down. Wait, let me wipe that off a little bit. I don't know. I'm new to ink, but I love it, so. Okay. It helped I turned it around correctly. That was my problem. So you lay this back down. That's the thing. You have to keep laying the stuff back down, but it's not hard. So whatever you want first. Whatever you want in front goes first. Just try to remember that. Front goes first. Okay, so now I need to find the mask for that leaf. Okay, and I think it's this one. No, it's not. There's two leaves kind of similar. Okay, so this, is that it? Right here. Y'all, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Okay, so you're going to put this down. All right. Then we move to the next leaf. It's actually two leaves in one. Okay, I'm going to put this one on. That's the leaf for that. Sorry if I'm missing questions. Just use the clear plastic sheet that covers the stamps. The clear plastic. Oh. Instead of a thin mount. That's true. I should. Okay. So now I want this one kind of centered. And of course, no two are going to be exactly the same. I just kind of want them to be a little level. Drop it. Yeah, look at my hands. They are just terrible. I've been spray painting and... I do love the masking. I love this technique. It does require just a little bit of thinking. I mean, you just kind of, even if you had to just write down the order of your stamps, you could do that. Okay. Lift that down, lift that up. Rub these off real quick. All right, now here's the mask for that one. Looks a little wet. Okay. Okay. Is everybody with me so far? I wish I could, I wonder if I could zoom in. Can I zoom in? I don't guess so. Okay, now for the little pumpkin, because I want it in front of the big pumpkin. Okay. All right. Got me nervous. Should not have drank coffee before I came on here. Okay, so I want it, let's see, I want the leaf in front of the pumpkin. So I'm gonna go right here. Okay, so I try to hold it. I do like how the ink has really nice detail. I usually use paint and it works great as well, but this a little more crisp, I guess I should say. A little more crisp. I'm not seeing any more comments, so okay. I'm gonna lift this up. I just hope I don't forget a mask, because if you forget a mask, it kind of messes up. Let me find the little pumpkin. Okay, so here's the little pumpkin mask. Now, I want my pumpkin behind this one, but I also want something coming over the pumpkin, okay? So see where, I gotta quit handling this because I'm getting stuff on it. But see how I got this little leaf part coming over the pumpkin. So this has to come first, okay? Because it's in front. Okay, so where is that? So So I just have to kind of imagine where my pumpkin is going to be, and that's what these little inside lines are helping me for, because I think I kind of kept it close to the inside. But anyway, so here is that piece, and I'm just going to do half of it. Now, if you didn't want to stamp on the rice paper, you could just, of course, you could just be careful with your stamp when stamping over the grooves. I have done that. Make sure I got this good. Or you could just stay in the middle. Just stay in the middle of your pumpkin. I mean, your plate. I'm so sorry. Stay in the middle of your plate. Let me see if I can grab this in a spot. All right, so I'm envisioning my pumpkin. All right, so I'm gonna kind of go here. Hey, Carol. Yes, you can do this in any color. That's right. Hey, Carol. Yep, I went live on my page earlier because I also made some napkin rings. I was going to do them both here, but I thought, you know what? I will not have time. I always think I can do stuff quickly, and I can't. I just cannot. I don't know what it is. Everything is a process. 426. Okay. Hopefully I'll get through with this one. All right. So there's that. Oh, gosh, I looked at that and I thought, well, gosh, that's so light. But no, it's because that's there. Okay. Let's find that piece, the mask. I'm telling you, these masks were a little tricky getting out with all these little bitty pieces it has. I think I tore something off the one of the acorns. I don't know. You gotta be gentle. Pulling them out. Okay, so there's that. Now, for the big pumpkin. What is that? I hope y'all can see. Okay. It's pretty big. And I always get some right there in the middle, so I'm going to have to get that off. So I'm going to take a little, I don't know where that little rag was I had, the little baby wipe. Is this it? I'm just going to remove this piece or bit that okay. And see, this is what would be good on a thin mount, or like she said, that the top sheet I have is underneath this, so, oh well, let's just go for it. We're just going to go for it. Okay. All right, now I want it to be kind of even with the little pumpkin, right? I may have shifted a few of these things, but I don't think that's really going to matter. I hope not anyway. So, of course, the big pumpkin was the very last thing. Because that's what's in the very front. No, It's in the very back. See how it's confusing? Okay. And there we go. So let me turn that around. I'm going to cut that off. Where's my scissors? Oh. Again, I get this at Hobby Lobby, and this is like the little textured side. That's the side you stamp on. Okay. Let me turn this around. So this is our, so now this is our, so you can do this on anything. It doesn't have to be on just, you know, rice paper or whatever. You could do it on a board, canvas, whatever you want to do it on. All right, so let me just cut out around the, this is the line I drew like a little bit wider than the whole plate. And I just did that to make sure I had enough paper. Now, I'm going to tell you on my other one that I did spray a fixative, that's what it's called, over the ink, just because I had never inked before and I didn't know about decoupaging it right away. What do y'all think? Can you decoupage it right away? Because I have another one. All right. Let's just do another one. I mean, let's just do, hey, Penny. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. And Jessie. All right, so see these little marks that I made on here? You can actually erase them, but that's why, but use a white eraser. Don't get one of those red erasers because it would probably leave a red mark. Okay. All right, dry the ink first. Well, I'm wondering, okay, with just my heat gun, would that be enough? Yeah. What on earth? Gosh. Well, there goes that plate. I just stepped on it. That scared me. I had no idea what that was. All right, I'm going to use another one that I made because I'm like Jessie. I'm afraid it'll smear. So let me see if I have another plate. Wait, where's the plate? No, I need the one I painted. Hello. All right, let me dry this a little bit more. I'm glad they're just $1. You can see the paint drying as we go. Doesn't take long. And I would show you that fixative that I used to spray it with, but it's outside. I sprayed it outside and I just left it out there. Forgot about it. Make sure this is pretty good and dry. All right, so for my decoupage in medium, oh shoot, I'm not supposed to. Y'all, I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, you can use Mod Podge, any kind of, like, you could use a top coat, glue and water. I happen to use a liquid patina. And let me, I'm gonna get in trouble because I keep showing, but we're supposed to be product, you know, friendly. We use everything, and I really do. So let me find a brush. All right, so I'm just gonna rub the decoupage medium on here. I like these plates with the texture. I don't know what it is. They just seem to do better, but any of them, any of it would work. And you can also spray paint. I spray painted a few as well. So whatever, but make sure they have a primer. The spray paint has a primer. Okay. So here we go. So long as you use archival Indian ink, let's say, or dry there. Okay. Hey, Corey. Hey there again. Hey, Sue. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay. So, now we're just going to take our piece and just kind of, you don't, this isn't like it's sticky, so you have a little bit of, you can move it around. But see what I'm talking about right here? I wanted to make sure I had enough, and I really want that stem to kind of be, I really want my pumpkin in the middle. That's what I'm trying to say. But see that paper, you got to have enough paper over there. And I came very close, so I'm just going to go ahead and move it up just a tad. This was one of my practice papers, but I just still wanted to show you. Okay. This looks okay. And I just rubbed some ink on there, but that's okay. Just showing you. Now this is going to have just a little bit of wrinkles around this part. So that's another reason just to do the center if you don't. But look, it ended up looking good on this one. I mean, it's not too much, okay? All right. It's just because it's round. That's why it wrinkles up. Now you could take your time and tear it here and there, and that would help. But I don't have time. I don't have time. But I will show you, a way to get most of them out. All right, so I'm gonna put some more on top here. Pressing my brush around this edge as I go. Hey, oh, there's just not showing me. I tend to like yeah, you know what? I really did in this one. Uh-oh, there is a wrinkle in the middle, which I used to say I didn't, but I actually did on this one because it just seems like it needed some. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to try to pull it up. Especially if it's a piece that you want to wax, because that wax can get in there and it looks really good. I ended up putting copper around it because earlier today on my page I did some napkin rings right here that kind of go with them. And so someone mentioned the copper, and so that's why I added copper. All right, so now, okay, I'm going to take my brayer. And of course, this ink just dries. Well, there is some still on there, but it's not going to matter because let me show you. Okay, so I'm going to take plastic wrap. Thank you, Corey. It does, Joy. That's the right word. It gives it texture. Oh, I need to come up tearing it. What on earth? Why is it not tearing? Come on now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get another sheet because I may forget. I was just moving it down, but who knows? And y'all, if I miss any question, I will come back and answer it because I'm not getting all the questions. Hey, Kim. Kim is in Montana. Okay. Now, this is what I like to do. This helps with the wrinkles, but if you like a lot of them, don't do this. Okay, but I'm just taking my brayer, making sure, because this has a little ink on it. Oh, shoot. Oh, I thought that was on the... That's okay. I'm not using my phone. Okay, so just... Well, it works better if you don't have ink on there. That's weird. Okay. I'm just going around that. See, if it's dry, it won't pull up your saran wrap. This really does smooth it out. So then, okay, you just take that off. And see, it's real smooth right here in the middle. It's really smooth. Now, I'm not going to use that on here because, like I said, it's got ink on it. But, and I'm afraid to use this. I'm afraid it may have ink on it. So, I'm going to just take another piece of saran wrap. And then I'm just going to rub the sides like this. Just holding the saran wrap. And you'll need to go over it one more time with your decoupage medium because the plastic wrap takes a good bit off, especially in the middle. I didn't do it on the sides here. See, a lot of those wrinkles you just rub out. Okay. Now I'm going to add one more coat of this on. Now, when this dries, you know, you could, if you wanted it like a little bit shinier or whatever, you can add a top coat to it. I'm going to have to rub that again with a tissue. Hey, Tasha. Okay, put that there. There's this piece over here. So if you go out like this, it just, any of those air bubbles will just kind of pop out. Especially from here out. Okay. Now, you want to, around the edges, okay, you really probably should just put enough around the edges because you just sand that off, okay, and you want it nice and well, I'm using my hand. added, let me get that out, there's another wrinkle. I added the copper around the edge. You don't have to do that. Some people just liked it black and white, but this morning people were asking about copper, so I just showed them, and I actually ended up liking it. So now you would take your a sanding block, and you could just, and you sand downwards like this, okay? And you just go all the way around gently, and you may have to make 2 or 3 rounds, depending on how wet you got your paper. See, it'll start tearing right there. Like, oh, it'll start tearing like this, okay? And you just pull it apart. This has green all over it from something I painted. So, I'm not going to bore you with just keep going around, but you would just go around so you can get that clean edge like that. Okay? Now, once it dries, is when I added, you can add gilding wax or rub and buff, or, you know, that liquid gold that the sisters like to use. Let me cover this ink up and store it upside down. That's when I just took some on a stick. Again, you don't have to do this. I'll do one little spot where I don't even know if it's dry enough to do it, but I'll just show you. I'll just show you on this one again. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Any questions on that, feel free to ask. And again, like Joy said, you could use any color. I mean, green would be pretty, orange would be pretty. This is it after it's dried. Okay, it's dry to the touch. And then I did I put, no, I didn't put another top coat on it. Got a piece of glitter on there though. So I just took my copper, this is a metallic paint, okay, and I just kind of do it on my stick, and the first thing I did was just kind of rub it around like this, just like that. And then after I got some on, I kind of came back and just tried to make it more of a straight line. It gets easier as you go. But I thought the copper and the black and white looked really good. And then I've got these little, so you can make napkin rings to go with them. Now this is from the Fleur De Lis mold, and it has the little acorns on there. It has the leaves. Let's see, here it is right here. What is that? Oh. I'm going to mess it up, I'm sure, before this video is over. But here's the Fleur De Lis mold. So here's one I made with the actual Fleur De Lis that's on there. There's 2 Fleur De Lis. Here's the acorns that I used on this one. Okay. And gosh, they had just so many cute things. If you wanted to make your own. Now these were, you're saying, well, what are those things? These were actually, and I've painted them all. This was a coupling from Lowe's, okay? It's just a coupling. They come white, okay? That's where I was spray painting and thought it was a paint and it was a glaze. But I just painted them white. They come white, but they have this bar, you know, stamp on there. So I had to paint that to get that off. Oh, from Greece. Hello. I wish I could say your name, but I'm not even going to attempt it. I'm not even going to attempt it. Hey, Cherie. I hope that's Cherie. Joycey, you made it. Yeah, it is simple and elegant. That's what I think. It's just something, I I don't know, I just think it's cute, and you can do a lot with it. Now, I did a lot of stuff with some copper leaf at one point, and so I love the black and the white and the, got some ink right there, with the copper. I didn't even think to add the copper, but I think it looks awesome. And you could also stamp this in copper, right? That would be pretty. I just thought black and white, especially since I've never used the ink, I would just go with that. So, that is it, everyone. If you have any questions, let me know, okay? Let's see, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Joycey, I'm just about to get off. Yes, Leanne, it's just a PVC coupling, but it is the perfect size. Dang, sweetie, quit calling. It's my husband. He knows I have a video. Okay, so, like, here's a napkin. Here's the napkin. Let's see which way would be good. Probably this way. And so it's a good size, you know, it's a good size. It fits perfectly. I used to use them for my paint pours, and then I just decided, well, that looks good for a napkin. Any of these colors, I mean, there's so many options you can do. Okay, I just like the white and the copper. This has a little bit of glaze on it. Thank you, my new friend from Greece. I so wish I could say your name. I have no idea how to say your name. But thank you. A copper halo stamp. Yes. I have to go back and watch, see how you... Joy. Thank you, Shannon. I stamped on rice paper, okay? I have this rice paper from Hobby Lobby that comes in a roll. So I stamped on that. Like, oh, here was the one I meant to use. I used the one I messed up on. Oh, well. I stamped on rice paper, okay? So, it's easy. And there's just a trick that the only thing you need to know, and I masked it, okay? It's masking because you use all these little masks. Okay, well, that come with the stamp, and they're all stuck now. But they come with these little masks, and so whatever you want in front goes first, okay? And so the pumpkin, this big pumpkin was last because it is behind everything, okay? But that was fun. That was a little bit of a challenge for me because I had to think, it through. But I love it. I love it. I love it. And like I said, you could do it on a board, okay? And you wouldn't have to worry about the unevenness, or you could do it just in the center. I'm gonna spank my husband. Okay, well, my time is up. So, I gotta go. I hope nothing's wrong with him, so I need to go check on him. All right, thanks, Carol. Let me see, I don't want to miss anybody. Chris, hello, thank you. Valeria, thank you. So good to see y'all. All right, guys, I will see you soon, okay? Bye, have a great day.